Hey everyone, and welcome back to What You Watchin'. This week we're going to start by talking about a movie called The Kid Who Would Be King. This is a small movie that came out earlier this year, 2019. It's a wonderful movie about a young kid who finds King Arthur's sword in the middle of a construction zone. After he pulls the sword from the stone, a young Merlin appears to him and says, "Danger is coming, you must fight back." So he enlists the help of his friends. Well, they're not really his friends, they're more like bullies that he knew, but he convinces them to join him. And with those two helping and a young Merlin, he gets the rest of his town to train to fight back against the forces of evil. Now, I'm not usually one that really likes child actors. I don't normally think they're very good, but in this one, everybody is excellent. The actor who plays a young Merlin nails it. He is so out of time and out of place, but it is genuinely funny and sincere enough that you truly believe him. The main actor, although not great, is very, very good, and he plays his part very well. The whole movie just has great comedic moments, great action for something that you wouldn't expect to have a lot of great action, and the story itself is a modernized version of King Arthur, and it works on every single level. This is a movie that came out, had a lot of hype going into theaters, but nobody really saw it, and that's kind of disappointing because there should be more movies made like this one. This director has such a keen sense of how to tell story and visuals, and you'll never really know that until you watch one of his movies. So check out The Kid Who Would Be King. You will not be disappointed. The next movie we're going to talk about is Wind River. This movie came out a couple years ago, starring Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. This movie is fantastic. It is visceral, emotional. It'll make you feel attacked, but in a great way. It'll put you into the movie. It's the story of a young woman who is attacked, and while getting away from her attackers, unfortunately passes away in the cold of the Alaskan wilderness. And Jeremy Renner is a local authority figure. Elizabeth Olsen is an FBI agent who is coming in to find out what happened exactly, and they have to work together to solve the mystery. As it unfolds, there's twists and turns, and you don't really know what's happening, and the performances are so amazing that it feels like you're watching a true crime documentary, even though it's not one of those. And it makes you feel, for lack of a better term, like icky on the inside. It makes you feel gross, but it makes you feel engaged. You want to keep watching the movie the entire time, even through all the bad stuff. And that's up to the director, who did a wonderful job, but it's really more about the performances. Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen, this may be one of their best roles ever for each of them. They play the parts so well that you get to know them inside and out and really connected to them, which pulls you into the story. So check out Wind River if you really want to go on an emotional ride. It will be worth it. The final movie we're going to talk about is a newer movie. It's called The Art of Self-Defense, starring Jesse Eisenberg. It's a weird movie. It's a weird, offbeat movie. Somewhat of a comedy, somewhat of a drama, about a nerd played by Jesse Eisenberg, a little weakling who really doesn't have much going for him other than he owns a dog, until one night when he gets jumped by a gang of bikers who beat the crap out of him. So what does he decide to do? Because guns aren't an option for him, so he joins a dojo to learn self-defense. Well, once he joins, he realizes that a lot of the other patrons at this dojo are always trying to get into the favor of the sensei, and he's not real sure why. Well, not to spoil too much, but there's a little bit of a cult vibe going on at this place. So as he works there and he gets to know the other people, a lot of wacky stuff happens. This movie hits those comedic beats really well. Think about it as a David Fincher style movie, a la Fight Club, but with comedic elements. It has that same kind of feel to it. So if you enjoy those types of movies, if you enjoy those thrillers, if you enjoy those movies that'll keep you guessing with twists and turns and you're never sure exactly what's true and what's false and what's reality and what's not, this is a movie that you're really going to enjoy. Jesse Eisenberg's performance, although maybe not one of his best, he plays it really well. It's almost as if he's playing himself in this role, and it really shines through. Everybody put a lot of heart and time into this movie. I think they really had a connection with this script, and they gave it their all, and that's what really stands out in this film. So if you want a couple laughs, if you want some twists and turns, if you want to be surprised by a movie that you never saw coming, check out The Art of Self-Defense. Worth the watch, will not disappoint. Alright, so that's it for this episode of What You Watchin'. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, all those things you know how to do. And until next week, bye!